A 10,000-year-old body has been found in a cave, perfectly preserved. But what scientists discovered inside rewrites history. Deep in the mountains, where maps end and danger begins, a team of explorers ventured into narrow, damp passages. Their mission? To find undiscovered caves. Each step echoed, their headlamps revealing strange shapes and dancing shadows. Days turned into nights in the subterranean darkness. Their supplies dwindled, and fatigue grew with every meter. Then, in a hidden chamber, barely touched by light, they saw it. A sight that stopped them dead in their tracks. They forgot their exhaustion, the cold, the fear, even breathing. A beam of light revealed a form. At first, they thought it was just a strange rock, or maybe ancient faded drawings. But as they got closer, they realized it wasn't a rock, and definitely not a drawing. It was a body, human, lying there as if in eternal sleep, completely untouched by time. The real shock? It looked like it had been there for days, not millennia. The air in the cave hung still. They understood in that moment they had stumbled upon the impossible, a discovery that would change not only their lives, but the entire history of humankind. How could a body lie undisturbed for 10,000 years? What incredible conditions turned this cave into the perfect time capsule, preserving the secrets of the past? Scientists arriving on the scene quickly realized this cave wasn't just a hole in the ground. It was a natural laboratory, sealed off from the world for thousands of years. The air was incredibly dry and cold, almost like a freezer, but without temperature fluctuations. This was the first clue. Under these conditions, bacteria and fungi, which usually decompose organic matter, simply couldn't survive. They were trapped in time. But that was just the beginning. The real secret lay in the cave's atmosphere. It was almost entirely devoid of oxygen. Without oxygen, decomposition slows to an unimaginable rate. The body, in this oxygen-free environment, stopped being food for microorganisms. It simply froze, preserved in the exact state it was in 10,000 years ago at the moment of death. This isn't just luck. It's a rare combination of factors. The cave walls, made of specific minerals, also played a role. They absorbed moisture, maintaining the perfect microclimate. Think of it as nature creating a hermetically sealed capsule, removing all the air and keeping the temperature constantly low. Only this capsule was created by nature itself, and it worked for 10 millennia. That's why the body looked like it had died yesterday. Hair, skin, even some soft tissues, everything was preserved in incredible detail. It was the perfect time capsule, waiting to tell its story. Touching a body that had lain there for 10,000 years, scientists discovered something in its hands that completely rewrote early human history. The scientists worked with painstaking care. Every millimeter of the ancient body, every grain of sand around it, was priceless. This wasn't just a find, it was a real-life time capsule. Conservation specialists worked for hours, carefully extracting the body from its 1,000-year-old resting place. The air in the cave was so thin that every step felt like a challenge. But no one dared rush. The first analyses confirmed their wildest theories. Carbon dating revealed an age of 10,000 years. This was a person who lived at the end of the Ice Age, as the world was beginning to change. A young man, roughly 25-30 years old. His body showed signs of a hard but active life. A strong physique, typical of hunter-gatherers of that time. Small injuries and healed fractures were visible on the bones, common for those who survived in the wilderness. But the most amazing thing was in his hands. They were clenched tight, as if he were holding on to something incredibly important. When they carefully opened them, they found something completely unexpected. It wasn't a stone, not a primitive hunting tool, not even a decoration. It was a small, exquisitely crafted object, like an animal figurine, or something with a different, almost sacred meaning. It didn't fit with what we know about people of that time. It was the first clue, the first hint of a shocking truth. Scientists carefully studied the artifact the ancient man held. What they saw defied everything we knew about that era. This was just the beginning of a shocking truth that would turn everything upside down. Leaning over the discovery, the scientists couldn't believe their eyes. In the ancient man's hands was not a crude fragment, but a small, perfectly polished obsidian disc. But the shape was only the beginning. Etched on the surface were thin, clear lines, not random scratches. These were symbols, ordered, repeating signs that immediately reminded the scientists of primitive writing. But that's not all. When experts began analyzing these symbols, they were floored. It wasn't just an abstraction. The signs on the disc formed something that looked remarkably like a map, but not an ordinary map of the terrain. It was a map of the stars. And that's where everything changed. The constellations depicted on the disc didn't match the way the sky looked 10,000 years ago. Some of them shouldn't have appeared in these latitudes for thousands of years, and others were completely unknown to humans back then. It was impossible. How could a Stone Age man have such astronomical knowledge? Where did he get a map of the future sky? Or was it a map of something else, something we still can't understand? This find called into question everything we knew about the development of civilizations, about the intelligence of ancient people, about how they saw the world. And that was just the first layer of shock. After all, if it's not a map of the future, then what is it? And most importantly, who or what gave him this knowledge? 99% of what we knew about ancient humans is now in question. This 10,000-year-old find rewrote history in a single day. And what it means for our future is the most shocking thing of all. The discovery of this disk completely overturned all assumptions. Scientists can't believe it. How could a Stone Age man know about constellations that wouldn't appear for thousands of years? This isn't just a mistake. This is something that's tearing up the history books. We always thought development was linear, from primitive hunters to farmers, then to cities and science. But this disc shows us a completely different picture. It's like it's screaming, "You were wrong." It means that ancient people were far smarter than we ever imagined. They possessed knowledge that shouldn't have appeared until much later. Where did it come from? Who taught them? Were there unknown civilizations, long forgotten? Or does this prove that the human brain is capable of much more than we think? Have we lost some of our potential? This find is not just an interesting artifact from the past. It is the key to a completely new chapter in human history. It forces us to reconsider our very origins, our place in this world. Think, if 10,000 years ago people could know about the future sky, what else did they know? What incredible secrets are hidden in other undiscovered caves? And how much more of this impossible knowledge is hidden from us, waiting for its moment? We are on the verge of great, shocking discoveries. This find is just the tip of the iceberg. To not miss out on what other shocking secrets of antiquity we'll uncover next, subscribe to Mysteries of the Spirit and like this video.